This is it's MIT license based on the Phaser game engine, which is also MIT license. The images of asteroids, some of the images are actual NASA images of the class of asteroid we're trying to represent. So this one here is, and given time, we'll try and find more real images to use. And you can recognise them by colour, which I understand is how you would actually recognise what type of asteroids are, what minerals are on them. This is the obviously the answer to the Astro Prospect project. So we found, yeah, they're not all real images. As I give them time. But you can see some of them have a lot of resources. Some of them have very few resources, which we imagine to be the case in reality. There is another team member who's not here with us, so there are three of us involved. I understand you did most of the development through the night, so you stayed up. But anything else you think I should say on this? There are, yeah, sorry, before that, you can only see energy and minerals at the moment, but the idea is to introduce oxygen, other resources, fuel available from asteroids.
I built some educational stuff from Wikipedia that it meant adding some more gear stuff that I didn't plan actually. There's also, it's very extensible, has a lot of features that I couldn't implement again. Is time consuming. Just being. And that's a hamster.
Thank you. Questions?
Yeah. What's the, if you say to a child, what's the main thing for the child to learn from this? Resource consumption.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, there are a number of ideas, but the resource consumption is very important. But also if it can be arranged well enough, there's the idea that you need to plan ahead. So there's various cognitive skills involved in actually playing a game like this, but. Yeah, yes, resource consumption is important. Plus, there's a little bit of realistic information about asteroids there as well to learn about.
I like the idea of worthlessness. Most of the asteroids, apart from the cheapest one, give very few money and are far apart. And that's how it is in real life. Most of them are basically iron or sand, silicon, or it doesn't make much financial sense to go chasing up them. The few ones that do can't really find them. And yeah, and I like the idea of upgrading technology because that's a bit how it works in real life as well. You have to wait time to get once unless you're bored with Russia or something.
There's a slight risk element involved. So if you get a bit greedy, you keep going around, you're going after the larger ones. They are further away. So you can understand the idea of risk against reward. So there's various ideas.
Have you thought about providing additional information about the space objects and so forth?
Yeah.
Is a way also providing content-based learning?
There's a main page on there that can have instructions, but I do realise children that age don't like to read instructions. So yeah, that's probably a good idea. We could probably have an information panel up here, so that when we're docked with it, it can tell you some fun facts about it. That would probably be quite nice. It wouldn't be outrageously difficult to add such information, I don't think.
I know about...
The code that we actually did have educational content in the code itself.
Okay. I know that you spend a lot of time coding this. So could you explain a little bit about, more technical details about the frameworks you used and how you kind of interact them? Okay. That's maybe a little bit too technical for some of the audience here, but I think you should give us an introduction.
I spent half of the time debugging weird JavaScript stuff, so never again. Obviously, with a static type, and if but Chrome crashed at some point.
Mhm.
I had to debug it in WebStorm to realize it's Chrome fault thing. But other than that, why I still like HTML5 is you build it once, everyone's excited about it, the tools are nice, they have good communities. This one, for instance, Phaser, I really like its design, although their docs are following.
Yes.
And if you want to prefer like something like this, it's perfect for. You can also distribute it really easily.
Yeah. Well, Phaser's got quite a good. It's object oriented, isn't it? So it helps a little there to constrain your framework. Because JavaScript, you can pretty much do anything with it, can't you? Including shoot yourself in the foot because it's so powerful as to with the available options as to how you can choose the program. So it's nice to have a game engine that is object orientated, but it's fairly clear. So despite the lack of documentation, it was still possible to understand the API. It's what's going on in the background. I mean, it's actually the reason it can render smoothly is it's using WebGL, but that's totally hidden to us. So
It falls back to canvas.
it'll fall back to canvas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the toolkit, the engine handles all that kind of stuff for us.
If anyone is interested in Phaser, there's a source online, but Phaser has a great examples website. Right, I
There's a
basically learned
tutorial,
everything
isn't
from
there?
there, and you even have code running.
Did you use other frameworks? So like you
Oh,
use
yeah.
this engine, you use
I use jQuery, although I don't really like it, to expand the canvas, to another canvas,
Mhm.
the thing to the whole window, and to resize it dynamically. Because you've seen that didn't really work, but yeah, sort of worked.
Thank you.
With regards to, maybe I just missed it, but what was the actual challenge that you were trying to?
It's
Asteroid prospect.
That's it.
Basically, why should we go mine and how?
Could I just make not a question but rather a comment? If you're looking for more features to implement, there's a game that is slightly similar to this, but it's kind of in the other direction.
Yeah, I know. I just finished that a couple of weeks ago.
Motherload?
actually. Motherload, yeah.
Yeah. It's about mining, but it's on.
It's a bit boring, but I love the idea. That's why I did this.
Yeah. But you can extract it.
But I was surprised as soon as I implemented the most basic prototype, I got lost. You get lost so easily when you're in space. It's quite an interesting thing.
You can get lost in this game.
Yeah, it's like I just left home. Like, oh, where the hell am I?
You said you didn't want to add a mini-map.
Yeah, exactly. In space, you can't really rely on communication.
You could incorporate beacons of some sort that would have a range or something that
Yeah.
you can drop on asteroids that you've visited before.
Okay.
Any more questions? You had your hand up earlier.
Yeah, I just want to ask if you're gonna add a map on the HUD later on.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, can be done. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.